Hello, my friends. I know it's been a couple of Wednesdays, but I've had a migraine for like 3 weeks, so I'm really sorry for missing a couple of uploads. But I'm okay now. It's Valentine's Day as I'm recording, so I am happily a little bit tipsy. And today I'm going to be asking my boyfriend to judge townies in the same way that he judged my builds a couple of weeks ago. He doesn't really know all that much about The Sims, only kind of what he's heard me rant about. So I'd be intrigued to know what he thinks about townies based on just what they look like what their political affiliation might be, or like what their traits might be, or their names, personalities, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go get him, and I'll be back in just a sec. And here he is, the love of my life, Ali Moo, once again. Say hello, Alex.
Hello.
Look at the camera.
Sorry. I can tell I'm not used to this. I'm naturally drawn to just sort of staring at my own image.
So Alex, what do you know about Sims lore at the moment? Lore is in L-O-R-E, not L-A-W.
You told me that you've mentioned it in passing a few times, and every time my response has been, The Sims has lore.
Yeah, so he doesn't know anything about Sims 2 abduction type stuff, anything like that.
Did you say abduction?
Yes. So let's get some townies up, and you're going to tell me what you think of them, just like their name, what you think their personality is like, maybe a bit like of their backstory. Yeah, just like anything that you.
Vibes.
Yeah, like vibes. We're totally going on vibes here. Okay.
Ned Flanders.
Okay, well, here's our first guy. Let me just give you like a bit of a tour of his outfits and stuff. So that's his face.
Okay.
He's an adult. That's his like everyday outfit. That's his formal outfit.
Really?
Athletic, pajamas, party, and swimwear. So tell me about this guy. What's his name? Like, what does he do? What are his traits?
Name. I think he's a Howard. He looks like a Howard to me. Do you think he's a Howard?
I could see vibe. That. Yeah, I could see Howard vibes.
It's
like, also, very importantly, is he a Tory?
In a weird way, he looks like somebody that works in technology.
Okay.
To me.
Yeah, like, kind of like an IT manager kind of guy. Not like technology as in, like, groundbreaking new stuff, but kind of IT technology. Is that what you mean?
I don't know. To me, he looks like somebody that might actually work at, like, a startup or something. Mm-hmm. Or a more established technology company.
Do you think he's, like, rich, or...?
Moderate, like pretty wealthy, like solidly middle class.
Okay, and what about like his personality? Is he a nice guy?
Yes. Politically, Lib Dem. Maybe green. If you go through his other outfits, they're just like that as particularly.
The party outfit.
It's just that little bit too sleek. For him to just be a normal suburban dad. That's my impression of him.
Okay, so you think he's a Lib Dem family man named Howard who works in tech?
Yeah.
Okay. So his name is Jeffrey Landgraab.
Oh no, he's evil.
He's not. He's actually a really good guy. His traits are outgoing, family-oriented, and good. But he's really rich, and his family have historically owned like half of the town. Like Landgraab, and they own like the power company, like the water, all that kind of stuff.
Law.
Yeah, there is law, but he's actually a really good guy.
He looks like he's the nice son. He's the one that's trying to.
Well, he's like the patriarch of the Landgraab family in The Sims 4. All of like his father and that are dead. But yeah. Anyway, so that's Jeffrey Landgraab. He's a nice guy, but he's also like super rich. I think you're right. He's a Lib Dem, for sure. I think he'd be a Lib Dem.
He's not. No, like that is not a Tory voter.
No, that's not Tory vibes.
No Tories look
like
that.
But he is very stingy with bills. He like shuts off your power if you don't pay your bills immediately. It's rude. It's a whole thing. So this lady,
wow.
Her eyebrows are interesting. So yeah, this is like her face. So every day, formal.
That
athletic.
Was every day.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Pajamas, party, and swimwear.
She looks like the wife of one of the Trump sons. That sort of. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Not Ivanka. Less classy than Ivanka. Not Republican.
Yeah, like American Republican.
Republican Party donor.
Like straight up, pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah.
It's your fault if you're poor.
She lives in a giant sort of McMansion. Mm-hmm. It's probably white. It's got like furs and there's granite countertops and yeah, she's evil. She's just plain evil.
Yeah. What do you think she does for work?
would be somebody that doesn't actually have a specific job that is a primary income.
Mm-hmm.
That's very much the sort of, my husband does something really evil that makes a lot of money, and that's where the money comes from. But she has like side projects, so I think something to do with like property, probably.
Okay.
Design.
Very interesting. So this is actually Jeffrey's wife.
Jeffrey.
I know.
They are. Oh right, okay. So she's like the evil mastermind that's actually controlling Jeffrey.
So she is a materialistic, ambitious snob. Her traits are up there, but they're covered in post-it notes, so Alex can't see them. She's a snob. She's ambitious. She's materialistic, and she's in the criminal track career. She's actually a criminal.
Ooh, tax evasion.
But we don't really know if Jeffrey knows that. Like, we don't really know if Jeffrey realizes how evil his wife is.
Jeffrey looks like he wouldn't notice.
Yeah, like he's like innocent.
Yeah, she wants to get the Landgraab money.
She's actually the Landgraab, and he married into the family.
Jeffrey's the climber.
I think he just liked Nancy. Her name's Nancy. But, you know, she's like, she could be good looking if she, like, tried. I dislike her. I kill her in every save because she's awful. She's a really bad person.
She's really scary.
Who is this? What's her deal? Tell me all the things.
Is that her everyday wear?
That's her everyday. Yeah,
Is she a vampire?
No, she's not. This is her
formal. Is she a host? Okay, she's definitely a vampire.
She's not a vampire.
She doesn't do sports.
She comes from the base game, so she's not a vampire.
She's got a sort of vaguely slightly glamorous Addams Family sort of thing going on. She's called Wednesday.
You're out of frame.
What's the mum called in the Addams Family?
Okay, you think her name is Morticia? That's interesting.
I feel like something to do with hosting.
Is she rich?
Yes. Comes from money.
Is she Tory?
Politically, she is apolitical. She doesn't strike me as a character that would have like a clear political leaning.
Yeah.
At heart, their home is basically the Tory party, but they don't really care.
Do you think she's a nice person?
Superficially, yes. Okay. But only because of her job.
Right.
Which involves some kind of, I feel like, hosting parties. Maybe she works in the charity sector.
This is Bella Goth. Her husband's called Mortimer, interestingly enough. Yes, Bella Goth. I used Bella Goth as an example of lore in The Sims, and Alex didn't listen, so clearly you didn't recognise her. So she wears this red dress in like every iteration of the game. She's like one of the OG Sims characters. She is a good Sim. She's romantic.
She's good.
She's outgoing, athletic, and she wants
athletic?
Yeah.
Piss off. No goth is athletic. She's literally called goth.
Yeah, but only because her husband was called Goth. Anyway, they live in like... Oh, my phone just buzzed. Oh, no. Go away, Mum.
Very professional.
No, they live in this big gothic mansion. It's like a whole thing. But no, her and her husband have been in the game since Sims 1. And in Sims 2, she gets abducted by aliens. And, like, as far as the town's concerned, goes mysteriously missing. But actually, she's been abducted by aliens. And, like, Mortimer's, like, really sad about her death. And all that kind of stuff, and it's a whole thing. But she's the kind of like the poster girl for The Sims. Like, everyone loves Bella Goth. She's a good Sim. She's cool.
Athletic.
Apparently, I don't agree with The Sims.
An athletic goth.
I don't agree with The Sims 4 traits for her. But yeah, they've put her as athletic. I mean, look at that waist. Can she breathe? Is she okay?
Probably not.
Here is our next candidate. That's her every day. This is her formal.
Oh no, that is not working.
She's not fashionable. Athletic. Sleepy times. Party.
Liberal, outspokenly so, but doesn't really know what she's actually talking about.
Okay, interesting.
The people you did your English degree with. Lots of happy memories of seminars.
Do you think she's like a nice person? Like, what might her traits be?
Superficially nice, but actually very focused on getting ahead, but doesn't quite have the smarts to actually back up her ambition.
Okay, interesting.
That's smart. That's who I think she is.
This is Cassandra Goth. She's Bella's daughter.
How old is Bella? They look the same age.
Yeah, I know, right? It's because teenagers in the Sims. She's a teenager, so it's teenagers
That's
they look the same as adults.
18 at the youngest.
It's a whole thing. And she's creative. She's got the traits creative and music lover.
Okay.
And she just like loves music and stuff.
I could see her as like a classical pianist or a cellist,
exactly,
violin.
yeah. She's not very fashionable, bless her, Cassie. But in Sims 2, the first thing that happens to her is she gets left at the altar. It's quite sad.
By whom?
You may find that out later. Ooh. But yeah, Cassandra, she's also kind of like a popular character. People like Cassandra. She's cute. One of my favourite Sims.
Was that sarcasm? It's hard to tell. She looks like Helen Parr from The Incredibles.
A little bit.
Is she Elastigirl? Is that her profession?
She's not Elastigirl.
Politics, superhero, suburban Midwestern mum.
And what does that mean?
Yeah, she's like 30-something.
Mm-hmm.
She is married.
Mm-hmm.
She has children. I'm going to say multiple children. A dog.
And she's just a stay-at-home mum, I presume.
I think she's stay-at-home.
Okay. And
She's always busy.
Is she a nice person? Is she a good mum?
Yeah, I think she's kind of sporty.
Okay.
Supports kids when they're at like soccer practice.
Soccer mum.
Soccer mum.
But not as pushy, maybe. Are you trying to say?
Soccer mum in that she does her kids play soccer and she supports them, but isn't like pushy, super aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of supportive. Yeah, she looks kind of chill.
Okay, that's really interesting. And what's her name? And what's her political affiliation?
Politically, doesn't really think about it.
Okay.
But liberal, generally with some sort of small c conservative leanings. I feel like anything to do with protecting children would sort of mobilise her.
Right, yeah.
Politically.
So this is Eliza Pancakes.
Pancakes.
She's the fucking worst. She appears everywhere and she's fucking nosy, she's annoying, she's a nag. She's the worst. She doesn't have any children. She's married to Bob Pancakes, who's like lazy and a slob, and they don't have a good marriage.
Oh no.
Her traits are perfectionist, neat, and materialistic. And she wants to be a mansion baron, which means that she wants a really big fancy house. Like, that's her ambition. She's the worst. She's awful. She turns up at everybody's house. She just walks into houses and just helps herself, and she's the worst. And no wonder Bob is so moody and sad all of the time because he's married to Eliza.
Damn Bob. Sorry, Eliza. I thought you were a better person. She doesn't look evil.
She's not evil. She's just annoying. Okay, what about this guy?
I'm sure you showed me this guy. He's from the recycling green thing pack, right?
Yes, he's from Eco Lifestyle.
Yeah, he looks like a dick. He is... I mean, he looks like a trust fund kid that's really into sort of green activism, actually comes from money, doesn't really need to work.
What kind of relationships does he have? Is he like a player? Is he monogamous?
He is a player. He gets involved with various causes, but mostly as a means of meeting women. Plenty of money. He sort of can be seen at any protest.
Regardless
it's
of
really
what
anything, yeah.
So this is Knox.
Knox.
He's sort of...
What's that short for?
It's not, it's just Knox.
Knox.
With an X.
Like Fort Knox.
Like with an X. He is one of the, like, maker people in Eco Lifestyle. Is one of the guide sims, basically. He helps your sim get better at being green. His traits are outdoor lover, green fiend, and recycled disciple. And his aspiration is to make the world a better place by reducing pollution and shit. So he's coded as like this overtly really good sim.
Why does he look like a wanker then?
Well, I mean, he's kind of like the Gen Z heartthrob in The Sims. We are staunchly millennial, and this was like... We've
been irony poisoned. We have too much cynicism to cope with, like, interpreting that as sincere.
He's not for me. He's too sort of like... I think I'm too old, and I prefer like a dusty academic type of man, as you know. So he's not for me, hens. He's not for me.
It doesn't help that his default facial expression is smug.
Thank you for coming on the channel again, my love. What did you think of the townies?
Well, based on what I've seen of townies and EA's ability to build houses, they're definitely better at making people than they are making houses. Some of the houses were truly horrifying.
I can't disagree with that. Let's go have some wine, my love.
Sure.